Episode 13 begins with Rajam's mother kneeling, declaring that all she wants is for her son to have a normal life. Now that she's become a murderer, she doesn't want to be an obstacle for him. Ju-won tries to comfort her, saying Rajam has been the joy of their lives and that he wants to laugh and cry alongside his mother in an ordinary life. She insists Rajam deserves to know he wasn't abandoned because he's still waiting for her. When they return home, Rajam is anxiously waiting. He almost catches them holding hands, but what truly bothers him is the presence of Sanha's mother in the apartment. Sanha decides to talk to his mother while Ju-won and Rajam wait in the other apartment. During the conversation, his mother tries to manipulate him, calling him selfish and even suggesting he wouldn't care if she died, trying to guilt-trip him. Sanha responds firmly, explaining that he lived tormented for 10 years, afraid of losing her, but realized that fear was his burden alone. He makes it clear he won't leave, though he still suffers for her, but he's determined to change the course of things. The next morning, Ju-won and Rajam discover that Sanha spent the night at the hospital and that his mother left without a trace. Rajam, unsettled, notices Dal didn't come home either. Ju-won explains she went to celebrate her mother's birthday and asks Rajam to pack Sanha's things so she can take them to the hospital. At the hospital, Sanha greets Ju-won with a radiant smile, she's his cure. Meanwhile, Rajam asks Jumji to prepare some jujube tea for Sanha and tells him about the visit from his mother. Jumji immediately informs Dae-wook about what happened. During lunch, Ju-won chats while Sanha remains silent. After the meal, she asks if he's okay and says that if he needs to leave with his mother, she'll be more understanding than before. However, he reassures her he's not going anywhere and asks her not to leave him either. The two share a heartfelt embrace. Meanwhile, Dae-wook has lunch at Jumji's restaurant and remarks it would have been better if he had married Rajam's mother. Jumji gets irritated and scolds him for saying that in front of the younger ones. Later, Sanha's sister visits him, trying to convince him to return, but he helps her understand that being close to their mother only harms her. He explains that her issues are psychogenic and that he represents a painful scar. However, he believes the youngest sister's love and distance might help her heal. Sanha and Ju-won's co-workers visit the bakery and comment on how scary Sanha's mother is. Hui-ju reveals that Sanha worked all night, even though it wasn't his shift, but smiled when he saw Ju-won in the morning. She says it's always been like that, even in high school. His mood would instantly improve whenever he saw Ju-won, leaving her deep in thought. Sanha's mother visits him again, seeming calmer and acknowledging her responsibility for his sister's death. Is she finally changing? Meanwhile, Rajam finds Dal drinking beer and scolds her. She mentions her mother wants to meet her boyfriend. He offers to help, joking he'd be inferior to her exes, but she assures him none of them compare to him. He takes it as a compliment to his looks, missing the deeper message. However, Sanha's mother quickly reverts to her controlling behavior when she encounters Ju-won. She accuses Sanha again, but Ju-won reminds her that she handed him over to her. Ju-won declares she loaned Sanha for 10 years, but now he'll stay by her side. After leaving together, Ju-won scolds him for hiding his feelings. He confesses his love for her and hugs her. Back home, Rajam confronts Sanha about sleeping pills and scolds him for bottling up his emotions. Rajam says he understands him well because deep down, Sanha still loves his mother despite the hurt. It's the same for Rajam. He offers support, suggesting they run or drink together whenever Sanha can't sleep. Sanha breaks down in tears. The next morning, Ju-won finds the boys' apartment full of bottles and both of them still asleep. When she tries to wake them, Sanha pulls her close, and the two kiss, without Rajam noticing. Later, over breakfast at Jumji's house, Sanha tells the family they've built together that, despite the tough times with his mother, he's doing better now. They share a joyful meal. Sanha visits Rajam's mother and says that although he's different from her son, their shared feelings of abandonment brought them closer and made him feel better. However, he now realizes Rajam was never truly abandoned, only he was. Despite that, he's happy for his friend and wants Rajam to know how loved he is. Later, as Rajam fetches some beers, Sanha sneaks in a private moment with Ju-won at her apartment. Rajam catches them kissing and is completely stunned. Things are definitely heating up. Did you enjoy it? If so, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.